Welcome to tonight's meditation before the Discovering Buddhism teachings. And tonight's meditation will be based upon the daily meditation on Shakyamuni Buddha, but the focus will be that we use the time that we have available to go more deeply into the Lamrim, the stages of the path to enlightenment, and especially regarding the precious human rebirth. So start by recalling how you approach meditation on the Lamrim, how you set your body, set your mind, and set the motivation. Take 3 deep breaths and just be aware about where you are, the purpose of tonight's meditation. And then call to mind the altruistic motivation, remembering that we are on the Mahayana path, and think that our innate wish to be helpful, our innate wish to stop suffering for ourselves and for others, our innate wish to experience unending happiness, and to be able to share that with others, that's what we're here for. Think that we have a wish to be guided and protected and blessed in order to be able to accomplish our goals. And visualize in the space around us, Mother and Father, infinite Mother and Father, and also from this life, all sentient beings gathered around us, all facing us in the shape of humans, the fastest way to becoming enlightened. Recalling those familiar to us, dear ones, friends, families, people whom you would consider difficult to be around, and just anyone, all sentient beings. Imagine that we are doing this practice for all of them. In the next step, we will be inviting the teachers, imagining that they merge all together and take on the aspect of Shakyamuni Buddha, the radiant son of Dharma. Feel Shakyamuni Buddha's presence as much as possible, inviting the wisdom being. And there generate the mind of refuge by remembering what we are afraid of, what we hope to become, and looking to all enlightened beings, their teachings, and the community of helpers who have seen reality directly, completely entrusting ourselves to their care. Think about the altruistic motivation and our wish to take responsibility for the happiness of others. See the urgency of developing our minds as quickly as possible with a bodhicitta mind. And we will do a short request. In our hearts, requesting Shakyamuni Buddha, the essence of all enlightened activity, to please bless our minds to generate quickly the realizations of the path, especially realizations about the precious human rebirth. And Shakyamuni Buddha then comes to the crown of our heads and stays there to bless our minds for the meditation. As I said, it was a meditation on the Lamrim, and we will take 2 verses from the foundation of all good qualities, where we begin with this Lamrim prayer, the first 2 verses, thinking of these verses as a further request to Shakyamuni Buddha. Imagine that we are reciting the verses, and while we're doing it, we receive both the white nectar light of purification, clearing away all delusions, afflictions, every disturbing thought, and everything that is blocking our way, our minds to generate the realization. And all the while that we're doing this, sticking to the visualization, recalling how golden light gives us the very essence of the realization within our mind. The first verse, the foundation of all good qualities is the kind and perfect Guru. Correct devotion to him is the root of the path. By clearly seeing this and applying great effort, please bless me to rely upon him with great respect. And I will repeat the last verse. Please bless me to rely upon him with great respect. Understanding that the precious freedom of this rebirth is found only once is greatly meaningful and is difficult to find again. Please bless me to regenerate the mind that unceasingly day and night takes its essence. And I will repeat. Please bless me to generate the mind that unceasingly day and night takes its essence. While sticking to the visualization and recalling the entire path, gradual path to enlightenment, we will focus extensively on the precious human rebirth, thinking about the richness, the freedoms, the endowments, whatever wonderful freedom we may have in this human life right now. The first one is stating the obvious that we do have a human birth. We have intelligence. We have cognitive faculties. We have strength in our bodies. We have an inclination for spiritual practice. It's more than just having faith in practice, but we also have some interest to put them into practice ourselves. We are free from being involved in any extreme negativity in our lives. Already there, so wonderful and marvelous. But we also live in a place and a time where the sun of the Buddha's teachings is still there. We are still in the age of a Buddha's teaching existing in this world. Not only do the Buddha's teaching exist, but people are still getting experience and freedom by putting them into practice. There's a retinue of practitioners, lay people, ordained Sangha. There are places to go and receive the teachings. Think that you could potentially live absolutely close to a Buddhist center, but never discovering this center. And once moved away, you would realize that there was a center, but you did discover a Buddhist center. Even here on Zoom, that's so easy to just log on to a Buddhist center. There are people who are supporting the teachings, ensuring that Dharma is not a money-making business. There are benefactors and sponsors who support it. People who wish to take up the ordained life, be a beacon of Buddha's teaching in this life, in this world. Also, to just sum it all up, we are so fortunate and blessed to have all of this richness in our lives right here, right now. Compare yourself to the billions, trillions of animals unable to understand and be part of a Buddhist teaching. You are born as a human being. What are the odds just for having a human body compared to how many animals there are in the world? And you also have many, many freedoms to be able to practice and set into practice the Dharma. Think about the freedoms. Think about human beings in this world, 6 billion human beings, many countries and where they live. Out of all those 6 billion humans, how many of them live in a place where they could meet the Dharma, where they could even hear the words enlightenment, freedom, liberation? Think about countries right now where it is prohibited to practice the Buddha Dharma, or even just for 50% of people in that country to attend school and learn. Even thinking countries where the Dharma is available, it's just in small pockets. In one very big city, there might be a few Dharma centers, but considering the entire population of the city, how many of these people join the teachings? Even in countries that are said to be Buddhist countries, in many cases, the teachings have degenerated and the complete teachings are not available. True practitioners and teachers are not to be found. Think also that you have the time, leisure to attend the teachings. You're not working non-stop to provide for your family and yourself, earn a living, survive. Seven o'clock, my time, and I can just be here, enjoying myself, learning, practicing. Other people have to work at this time right now. They won't be home until late in the evening, in the night. It's not so easy to practice, and this is not a place, there's not a place, not one country in the whole planet where you can go and find pure Dharma everywhere. Think about how difficult it is to attend the teachings. And also think about, if you hear about it, how many of those people have an interest in hearing it, have any interest or the leisure, fortune, freedom to be able to pursue that interest. How many of these people have the interest, the morality, the prowess, the fortitude, the strength to practice and live in vows, live in prayers? And out of those, how many of them have been able to meet a teacher? How many have recognized it? Also think about people who are suffering right now from sickness, aging, death, dissatisfied mind, mental and physical disease all the time. But you have come in contact with the teachings that claim they can stop all this suffering forever. How can anyone say no to get to know, get to learn, to pursue these advice about liberation? Think about being able to help stopping the death of all living beings, stop wars, stop famine, stop disease. And if you were not to try, how unfortunate would that be? But think how lucky you are. You can actually make a difference. It's said that in the teachings that a precious human rebirth comes about only with causes, having practiced generosity, morality, patience, making prayers. Think about all the circumstances that come together for you having a precious human rebirth right here, right now. Think about everything that you have to do in order to receive another chance for a precious human rebirth. Think that all of those prayers have been answered. So we are asking Shakyamuni Buddha from the depths of our hearts to please bless us to recognize this precious opportunity that we have found, to not forget, and to use it to the best of our abilities, recognizing that nothing stands in our way of freedom to enlightenment. And we will recite our request. Glorious and precious root Guru, please abide on the lotus and moon seat of my crown, and taking care of me with your great kindness, bestow upon me the attainments of your holy body, speech, and mind. Shakyamuni Buddha, happily and pleased, comes with all of our efforts that we made and promises to remind us of our precious human rebirth and help us to take advantage of this precious opportunity. So happy that so many have answered his calls. And Shakyamuni Buddha melts into a stream of golden light and descends to our hearts, becoming inseparably mixed with our minds. Our body and mind are pervaded by his golden light, and the potential of our lives is fulfilled. We are transformed into a pure being of golden light, abiding in this world solely for the purpose of benefiting others. Imagine what that would actually feel like. Stay in this blissful feeling just for a short moment, but never forget that all the while that you're feeling blissful, other sentient beings yearn with longing eyes that they could have the same blissful feeling. And if you're not the one helping, who then will help? So please, gurus, help me to attain this precious goal of my life. And we will dedicate any positive energy that we have generated during this meditation to the swift enlightenment of each and every living being, to the freedom from suffering in this world and beyond, the attainment of perfect happiness for all living beings, and that we ourselves might especially take advantage of this precious life that we have found, that we have fought for, making extensive prayers, living in vows, morality. Let us develop all the realizations of the path within our minds and quickly become exactly what is needed to benefit for all living beings. And while still feeling the touch of our blissful feeling, imagine that all sentient beings, infinite mother and father, all around you in the aspects of humans, are rejoicing because they can also feel just a short moment of bliss. Thank you, everybody.